Christine Zach, and I'm a Colonial Waterbird monitor with San Francisco Bay Bird Observatory. We're here at Visona Lake, where there is a colony that lives out on the little island in the middle of the Visona Lake Reservoir. For herons, colonies are also called heronries, so you might hear me use that word as well. Currently we have great blue herons that are nesting out at the site. Last year we had 2 nests. This year we have 1 so far. They can go more than once in a year, so these 2 could re-nest potentially. On the backside of the island we also have black-crowned night herons, and then you might see throughout the park, especially along the edges where the vegetation grows over the water, there are some green herons that nest here at Lake Visona. Throughout the year, you might have seen these great blue herons. They are gray and white, and they have a very distinctive black eye stripe. Sometimes you'll see them on the lawns here at Visona, which is a little shocking because they seem to be water birds. But they do actually hunt small mammals, so they could be staring at a squirrel burrow or a gopher hole. They are sit and wait predators, so they sit still, they wait for something to come close, and then they get it real quick. There is the belief that they spear their food. Sometimes they might, sometimes they might just catch it. But they do have that very distinctive long bill that can be used to hunt and forage. That makes them at the top of the food chain. Same thing with the other species of herons here. They all eat little fish. They're opportunistic eaters, so they'll eat little frogs, crustaceans, invertebrates that they find around in the water. Sometimes you'll also see both species of the herons out on the lawn picking up sticks, and that's a good way to know that nesting season has begun. Great blue herons nest a little bit earlier in the year than black crowns and green herons. Currently there are just had hatch, and you may not be able to hear it over the geese, but if you can hear this tick, 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 tick noise, that's actually the babies, the chicks, begging to their mother. If you want to learn bird sounds, a really great way to do that is to actually listen to them and either say them out loud or make up a story. So for me, I always think of like the Roadrunner cartoons, and I hear tick, tick, tick like the cartoon bomb, and that's how I know that we have hatch at my colonies. Because usually you can't see them. They're in these very big nests that are really high up or really well hidden. That's why they're colonial birds. They like to nest in a big colony because it gives them more protection. Especially out on an island like this, there are no ground predators, so they don't have to worry about cats and raccoons and other things that are predators on the ground. They only really have to worry about aerial predators like hawks and eagles. And again, being in that big number, that's a lot of adults to warn you if predators coming and help defend your territory. So both these species can live in colonies up to 50 or 100 around the bay. Here we just have a few. But why do we monitor colonial waterbirds? We monitor them because they are a good indicator around the bay of how our ecology is doing. Being those top predators, as pollutants and other things circulate up the food chain, they are very susceptible to things like that. They're also very susceptible to habitat degradation, to loss of habitat like marshlands that have happened around the bay, and they're amazingly quick to recover though. So as we participate, San Francisco Bay Bird Observatory, in the Bay Restoration Plan, as more and more areas become tidal marsh again, they can grow and move into those territories very quickly from any of these breeding populations throughout the South Bay. So knowing how they're doing is a vital part of sustaining the population within the bay and moving us towards our efforts of bird conservation and bird recovery in the bay.